welcome back, Aries. We're here to do your update for October. Yes, we may have a mid-month, so stay tuned. Lots changing as Mercury goes direct. We are going to do an energy update and look at what you have coming up, and any additional messages will pull clarifiers. Now, what I am saying is you are moving into the month as Chiron, the lotus flower, and I do feel, especially from heart's point of view, relating to your love life, relating to where you want to go. You're trying to have the courage to move forward. I do particularly feel it's almost like you feel there's this rebirth, but you could particularly be a little bit critical on yourself. And it's almost like, you know, when you've had way too much going on and then suddenly you feel the road is clear. It's the question is where to from here. And I feel there's nowhere but up. I do feel some of you are coming through almost feeling, oh my gosh, Penny Little, the sky's falling down. Is something going to come about with Grandmother Earth? And I feel you're having to be grounded. This can be a change surrounding your environment. It might be a change in your demeanor and your feeling to do with life. But you're wanting stability, but at the same time, things in the ethers for you at a personal level are feeling a little bit unstable. Now, I feel, you know, from what I'm seeing is you're being critical on yourself. It could be a point that you're looking at life and saying, okay, do I have the courage to move forward? Can I open my heart? And I really feel between now and the first 2 weeks, really, you know, I feel there's something in you that's really changing. I'm also hearing the term the Emperor's New Clothes. And the song Reader Aura can be a metaphor to you in the month of October, RIP to the girl I used to be. And, you know, from a demeanor point of view, it feels there is this shedding of the skin in your life and that things that are outdated are going, but there's also the security blanket of who you used to be. So you're trying to find a common ground between both polarities in life, even though energetically there's this nervousness. And I feel it's beautiful. It's like a brand new opening for you, a brand new chapter. And I'm seeing a roadmap kind of rolled out, and it's like where to from here. And it's almost like I'm seeing an X on the spot and in the map of life and where to from here. Some of you that can cause insecurities and fear. Others of you, it's almost that excitement of there's infinite potentialities. And who is that new vibration of your life? Where is that new vibration of your life going to be? And I do feel love is very heavy on your mind, as well as your contracts and partnerships. But it feels more, you're looking at the whole facet of you know, value systems and, you know, how you can reconfigure it, rebirth it. Some of you could be taking too much accountability. It could be that you feel it's all on you. Others are realizing it takes two to tango, and you're kind of accepting that, and but there could be some anxiousness. I do feel you have had quite a hectic few years, and really when it does come to what you trying to move away from is, you know, that conflicted mind. Do I go left? Do I go right? How do I cast a critical eye on this? You know, those of you that are in relationships, particularly, you could be getting to a point it's hot or it's not, I'm hearing, and that can be with work and love. But there's something that you're trying to move away from. I especially feel conflict. If you were trying to complete something, some of you may have completed it last month. You're really moving into the month of October. Like I said, it's like you're sort of standing there going, where to from here? What do I do from this point? I do feel no matter what, it's almost like you want that celebration. You want that lighter energy of life. Some of us spiritually are more okay with the intensity of things. You guys are Mars in nature. But I kind of feel you're taking a lighter side of things. And I feel my guides are saying, you know, you are going to have this you are going to have this adjoining, you are going to have this success, but it's also don't put too much on your plate. So I think you're kind of taking a leaf out of Libra's book, and you're sort of looking at the more harmonized way of being, and the slow and steady wins the race, I'm hearing. Some of you, it could be that you were really wanting something to come together, but what's on your mind is, you know, can we work together? But again, I keep feeling you're taking too much accountability that something is outside of you, and I feel it's redirecting the frequency back onto your turf and actually looking at it from a different perspective. Because I do particularly feel you're thinking there is a solution, which I do feel there is. But at the same time, on what side of the coin are you looking at it from? Because I particularly feel you're taking the blame for a circumstance that isn't playing out the way you thought it should have. But I'm hearing it takes two to tango. So it's like step back, try to not be so hard on yourself, but something is going to turn out in your favor regardless. I also feel there could be a lot of group activities for you guys. Be careful with your social scene. You know, you may overbook your calendar. But I also feel you're wanting to work with like-minded individuals. Some of you are looking at a career. I do feel you're going to have a change of heart. This can be a change in direction. Some of you are feeling if you commit to something, it's like you're trying to keep your options open. It's like, okay, if I go over here, this is what's going to happen. If I go over here, this is what's going to happen. And so it kind of feels like you're on a tightrope in a decision. And you're trying to get the recipe right, but you particularly feel if you go one route or another, there's going to be something that comes at left field, and I feel that's your goal in mind. And so there's some anxiety in trying to repair these fences and be open to brand new experiences that you feel pulled in two directions. I'm also feeling if you sit with it, it's actually going to come to you and you'll be able to be rational with the circumstance. I 100% see progression, especially for those of you in the area of career. I do feel this is going to be particularly positive. I also feel, regardless of single or couple, I do feel that there's an external energy who is deeply interested in you. And, you know, there is this left or right road here in the mix for you this month. I definitely feel from your aspirations point of view, you are moving into the Emperor energy. I also feel particularly there could be a change with an individual of the way you're viewing them. This could even be their demeanor coming through and seeing them for who they really are. I feel this is positive. I don't feel it's negative. There could be a lot of charisma with this person, and it could intimidate you a little bit, but I do feel something in their energy has changed. I'm hearing pick me. I feel those of you that are in a very conflicting situation, this can be those of you that are coupled and it's very toxic. There could be this push come to shove energy this month where you're having a fresh start. But I'm hearing the term something has to give, so there is some sense of a negotiation going on here. Some of you, I'm hearing the term D-Day, and you kind of feel you need to go left or right. So that tightrope I'm being shown, it's like having to decide, having to draw a line in the sand and make a decision. I feel it's almost like your instincts are telling you the truth, but you're not listening. And it could be where you're getting protective of yourself. And you're thinking, okay, because one has to go. One situation needs to go, and that's the whole left or right. I also feel there could be a person around you. I feel this could be a family member, and you could feel as though they're hiding something from you. There's something not quite right there. I don't feel this is a romantic partner. I feel this could be a friend or it's somebody, but you can't quite put your finger on it, but you feel as though there's something not right with them at the moment. And, you know, you're a little bit concerned about them. Their demeanor, their attitude is very off this month. Yeah. There could be a dispute. This could be over finances. For some, it can be with an ex. But this is more for those of you that aren't seeing eye to eye. This doesn't feel twin flamey or anything like that. This feels like a dispute, a severing of the cords. This could also be a sibling. I don't know why I get you could be dealing with reviewing your books, something to do with wealth. And it feels as though something's hidden, something that you lost, I feel you're going to find. But I also feel, I'm seeing these analytics and I'm seeing paperwork. You're going to notice something and it's going to really stand out to you. Okay, those of you that feel you're stuck in between a rock and a hard place, or physically feel you're going to make a decision, especially where it does come to healing of the past, I do particularly feel in the element of love, there can be a lot of shadow work that you're doing. And I feel it's coming to terms with any betrayals of the past, coming to terms with any hurt if there was infidelity. I do feel some gossip is really going to come out. But I do feel from a reflective point of view, you're kind of on the precipice of making a major decision. I do feel it's a choice. Your reading is majorly oozing left or right. You could have a run-in with an individual that you really feel has not treated you correctly. This could be a female energy. I do feel you're really going to be explaining to people how you feel to do with situations. I feel you're going to be, there's almost a pushback. And I feel this pushback is, no, I won't do that. This is how I feel to do with my life. And I feel it's very, very defiant, very matter of fact. I feel if you had been going quietly, I feel you're not anymore. You're going to be very vocal about what your needs are. I'm also hearing chivalry isn't dead. So you will respond better to honey than lemon at this point. It's like somebody is being a bit of a sourpuss, and it's grating your edges. You're wanting to lower the sword, and it just feels you'll be willing to do the work with other people if they're working with you. Your notion is team, but you can't work with those who don't want to work with you. And I kind of feel that's the notion you're coming in with. I feel that's quite heartbreaking, but I feel universe is saying, sit in the corner, have a reflect upon what you want to do. Definitely see that there could be some intensity, and it feels like on the precipice of change, all these big things are popping off, and I do feel they're quite exciting. I also feel you're done on it, determined that if you, I don't know, I'm hearing the term cross paths with an individual, you'll have a lot to say. Old feelings potentially can come up. But I feel whatever this is the universe is saying, don't pressure yourself. You know, some of these things that are changing, they're in the mix. But I feel at an intuitive level, you're being very critical on yourself. I do feel some of you are going to cross paths with an individual you really don't like. The truth will set you free. Some of you, there could be a very exciting offer coming in. I feel this could come as a surprise. Some of you are wanting to reconcile with an individual. I'm hearing two's company, three's a crowd, but I feel you've chosen. I feel there's a brand new beginning here. But there's something in you, some old situation that you're letting go of, and I feel there's a new chapter. Some of you can be moving jobs as well. Whatever this is, it feels like it's a total, like I said, a whole new map, a whole new life. This could be moving in with somebody, going to that next level, clearing up clutter, I feel you're making a choice. This is a big choice. This is an opportunity being given to you. This is going to take you to your bliss. You could be stuck in your head a bit and going, okay, am I made for this? Can I do this? I'm hearing a lot of chatter and I'm hearing people's opinions. And I feel the key to it is listening to your instincts and doing what takes you to your bliss. Love and light. I'll see you during the week.